Today I'm breaking down the 10 most coveted inside jokes in D&D fandom. And by the end of this video, you'll know why many experienced players groan when someone says certain phrases and why they can't stop laughing with others. So whether you're a veteran player or brand new to D&D, I'm sure you're going to love this video. Starting at number 10, you didn't specify exactly where you were standing. So when I first heard this, I thought it was just a helpful clarification. And absolutely not. This inside joke taught me that DMs can be real sticklers for details. So when you say, I searched the room, the DM responds with, well, you didn't specify which part of the room, so you triggered a trap right in the doorway. I mean, it's kind of funny because veterans know that specificity is survival, so you say exactly what you mean or prepare for the consequences. New players learn this the hard way, like I did, usually while the character is falling into a pit. Okay, number 9 is never split the party. I mean, it's a classic, right? But players do it anyway, and disaster usually follows. One player scouts ahead, another goes shopping for God knows what, someone else investigates that suspicious noise alone. The joke is that splitting up the party always leads to some kind of trouble. The rogue gets ambushed, the wizard walks into a trap, and suddenly everyone's scattered across the dungeon fighting for their lives, individually. It's the D&D equivalent of a horror movie character saying, let's split up, I'll go in the basement, we'll cover more ground. Okay, number 8 is when the DM asks, are you sure you want to do that? And when I first heard this, I thought it was just the DM being helpful, but boy, was I completely wrong. This question is actually the DM's way of saying, listen, I prepared something terrible and you're about to trigger it. And truly the meme captures the moment of dread when players realize that they may have made a catastrophic mistake. Smart players may reconsider, some confident players double down, but the results are usually spectacular and many times not in a good way. Number 7 is when the DM smiles behind their screen, silently rolling their dice. And this inside joke represents pure psychological warfare on the DM's part. The DM's innocent smile paired with the ominous sound of dice hitting the table means that something bad is about to happen and there's nothing you or anyone else can do about it. And veterans know this smile. It's not cruel, it's just anticipatory. The DM's been waiting for this moment, when they carefully plan the encounter, and finally, things spring into action. And new players learn to fear that smile pretty damn fast. So at number 6 is something that I never heard of before. Rocks fall, everyone dies. It's the one that everyone refers to as the nuclear option of D&D. The DM's ultimate power to end any situation. Literally, rocks fall from the sky and instantly kill everyone. Campaign over. And the joke started as frustrated DMs who get fed up with players that completely go off script. Instead of dealing with the chaos, they just drop rocks on everyone and start over. It's become shorthand for arbitrary, undeserved consequences and the DM's godlike power over the story. I don't know, what do you guys think of that? All right, before we get to number 5, I created a quiz I think you'll like. If you go down in the comments, you'll see a link to a quiz that I call, What Class Are You in Real Life? Now, the key here is that you'll take this short 12-question quiz and get your class, right? But it goes beyond that. It talks about what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and how you can actually improve your life based on the psychological profile of that particular class. So if that's interesting to you, go ahead, click on the link, and then take the quiz. All right, let's go ahead and get to number 5. Now, number 5 is one that I still don't quite get, but anyway, it's BBEG. Supposedly it stands for Big Bad Evil Guy, the main villain of your campaign. But hearing veterans casually say our BBEG is a lich could kind of confuse me at first. It sounded like corporate jargon for ultimate evil. I guess the inside joke is how matter-of-fact players discuss their nemesis. Yeah, the BBEG showed up, monologued for 10 minutes, then teleported away. It reduces these dramatic, world-threatening villains to acronyms, which somehow makes them both more manageable and funnier, I guess. Okay, number 4 I found kind of funny, called a murder hobo. A murder hobo is exactly how it sounds. A character who wanders around with no home, no ties, and solves every single problem with violence. The shop is closed, murder the shopkeeper. Guards asking too many questions, well, murder them too. I mean, to me, when I was reading all this on Reddit, it sounded like Grand Theft Auto for D&D. I mean, the term is brilliant in that it captures a specific playstyle that ignores the story and consequences, and it treats D&D characters like they're in a video game, where NPCs only exist to be fought or looted. And the community uses murder hobo, as I see it, as both a description and a genuine critique for this kind of character. All right, and number 3 is the dreaded phrase, it's what my character would do. This innocent-seeming sentence is actually a red flag disguised as roleplay. It usually follows someone doing something selfish, stupid, or destructive to the party's goals. The inside joke mocks players who use character motivation as an excuse for bad behavior. And stealing from allies? It's what my character would do. They're chaotic evil. Starting fights in diplomatic situations? Well, it's what my character would do. The community has learned to cringe when they hear this phrase because it often means someone's about to ruin everyone else's fun. No one needs these people in your campaign. All right, at number 2 is I roll to seduce the dragon. Kind of like the donkey and the dragon in Shrek. So the inside joke represents the most infamous player archetype, the bard who tries to romance everything. Dragons, door handles, undead horrors. If it exists, well, someone has to try to seduce it. From what I read, this started because bards have high charisma, making them good at social interactions. But some players took this to the extreme, treating every encounter as a potential romantic opportunity. The community embraced this ridiculousness, turning Seduce the Dragon into the ultimate example of creative problem solving gone horribly wrong. At number 1, I've seen these everywhere, is I cast Fireball. Fireball is a spell that creates a massive explosion. In meme culture, it's the answer to every problem. A locked door? Fireball. Diplomatic negotiation? Fireball. Delicate rescue mission? Yeah, Fireball. Well, that's all I've got. What are some inside D&D jokes that confused you when you first started? And what have I left out? Let me know in the comments below.